I'm Alberto Gallazzi. I'm the European Director of Max International. Max International, the company that owns the CST and TACFIT, based in USA, and I'm the Chief Division Law Enforcement Military for TACFIT. I try to learn everything, something new every month. So that's my goal. Some people, they say they want to learn something every week. It takes too long for me to learn something new every week. So I give myself a goal every month. I try to accomplish something new and try to work from the basic to the top level if it's possible. Last summer I have an injury, and since I start to recover injuries, I put myself in gymnastic movement, from rings to handstand to cartwheels. It's something I've never done in my life before, and I enjoy it, so I have fun. So I introduced the skills into my normal training. So I wave it into my training, and I like to have fun and fall down, retry, and I see improvement. So I try to also put some brain under those movements and see how can I introduce the movement in my system. Clean food, because I was overweight when I was 13, 14, 15. So I suffered a bit of underesteem for that reason. But when I approach boxing and other combat style, I need to cut weight for fighting. So I start to be involved in diet with different results. So I tried all the diet around, and now I find my balance in carbo cycling. So I load 3 days download carbo and 2 days loading carbo. I try to keep myself very simple. So I'm not a fan of paleo diet or stuff like that, but I like some principles. So most simple food, most simple complex carbo, and more veggies. I'm not very friendly with the fruit, but it's more not an allergy, but a strange reaction that I have with my stomach. Don't look for shortcuts. Don't look for shortcuts. Shortcuts is gonna kill you in the process. Okay? It's gonna give you maybe a few students at the beginning because they don't know what you're testing and what you're teaching them. But in the past, no internet era, it was easy to fool around people. Now there's a lot of information up there, and a lot of good coaches and bad coaches. So at the beginning you can buy something. At the end of the day, some professionals come to your gym and you find out that your lie and the shortcut doesn't work. Put yourself and invest yourself in good quality and long process development. Never been into bodybuilding. My brothers has a bodybuilding gym, so I've been very close to the reality. And I was sparring him during the preparation and stuff like that. I was more a martial artist than combat style. So I did a lot of weightlifting. I wasn't a fan of becoming big guys, but it was a controversy between, because I need to cut weight for the fighting, and I want to gain muscle in the other direction, so it was bad for me. I was in a special division that doesn't exist anymore. Actually, it's existing right now. They reopen it, but before I was specialized in counter surveillance and go under enemy line basically, and to study Soviet army and weapons before the Cold War was ended. And it was a small unit, parachute, airborne, so we did different things from rock climbing, snowing, so we need to be trained in any kind of situation as possible. It was fun time. Every morning we did a lot of running, climbing, wall climbing, pulling rope and stuff like that, but no close to what we done right now. We were throwing stone, that's what we did doing a lot, lifting stone and stuff like that. It was fun. A lot of hand-to-hand combat we did over there. It was a good feeling. A lot of shooting, but different stories. More than doing right now. My mentor, Coach Scott Sonnen, is the one that opened my eyes, because we know each other since a long time, since '94. And I was living in US at that time, and we started to talk, we started to become friends, and he started to tell me about these new things coming out. I was more bodybuilding and boxing, but it started fascinating me, but we never get the time to get together. Then I moved back to Europe because of my job, and working in the security field was too hard for me to keep track with him. But day by day, years by years, I found that I have always restrict time to train myself. And the kind of training I was doing was giving me too much pain, and the restrict movement for my job. So wearing plain clothes all the time, carry all the gear around, in and out from the car, running. So I understood that weightlifting wasn't enough for me. So I checked back with him because I saw in the internet he was doing something new with clubbells and mobility. So I went back to him and he opened my mind, and they really changed my way to training. And so I need to say thank you to him. It really helped me a lot. First, I like CrossFit. Okay? I like CrossFit in the way that I like a lot of exercise they do. I used to do weightlifting, so I liked the powerlifting material that is inside. I like the gymnastics that is inside. I don't like the approach that it became when it started to become a sport competition. I think it destroyed all the view about cross training. I like the old idea to be in the box, train together, learn different skills and improve, running through different metabolic system. That was what I like. And I believe that the upcoming of good big company marketing too much, and the good coach about CrossFit is still out there, and they look for quality. But unluckily, like everything, when it becomes too marketable, there are a lot of coaching that they just look for the big income, and they don't care about too much giving professional advice to the students. I like kettlebell. Okay, I still need to learn more about kettlebell. That's in my country. I work with one of your FG representative, Fabio Zanin, and we get along together because I believe, and I was following SVG from the beginning since they restart. Okay? And they always look for quality. They never look for marketable or try to sell DVD and books and stuff. Just go straight to the line. That's why we start to support each other more and more. We start to hosting event more and more together because that's the right direction. If I want to learn kettlebell, I go to the best in kettlebell. If I want to go gymnastics, I go to the best in gymnastics. I don't try to go for shortcut. For me, it's a straight line. Yeah, I'm 44, so I need to realize what I'm doing right now. I'm not competing anymore, and most of my job is performing. So it's performing as a performer, not to compete. So my intensity should be high in quality than before, and sometimes less intense than before, because I need to show you 3 or 4 best reps so you can see what should be done. I don't have to impress you with high numbers or high volume of loads and tools. So that's also I interpreted my training. I don't try to destroy myself. I plan my training, yes. And like I said, if I study gymnastics, I follow different coaches, and I check different coaches. And there is also following one guy in Italy. There was an Olympic team. He was also European champion in rings. So I have a plan for that skill, and I plan when I want to increase work with my clubbers and stuff. So I always planning. Usually, what I do right now is skill in the afternoon, and I do conditioning one day in the morning and skill in the afternoon, and the next day I do strength in the morning and skill in the afternoon, if I have time. If I don't have time, I choose between skill or conditioning. I don't want my body to adapt. First, I get bored. Second, I don't want my body to adapt. I want need to readapt to release more hormones, and the immune system, I believe, improve because you need to get to the complexity of the movement every time. So I feel good. I don't have so far serious pain or serious damage like I used to do before, and I see that I'm still lifting quite enough weight. So it's okay for me. It's more than enough. Well, I think you always find a way for training. I was working for Prime Minister family. I was working no less than 15-16 hours a day, and I always find an half an hour, 40 minutes to do something. Of course, it's not going to be the highest of the training, but In 40 minutes you can do something seriously to keep yourself in a good shape, a decent shape.
And what?
It can be body weight if you don't have any tools, or you can have a club bell or kettlebell. That's the best tool that you can carry around because that's very portable. And with one of those tools, you can do a lot of things. So you don't have to bring a gym with you. You can do it in your room. You can do it in your office. If you look, spend 1 hour to the restaurant. Just prepare your food at night, and save half an hour. You train, you eat, you're done. Easy going. I don't believe there is a system better than the other one. I believe that there is, like in the movie, interpreter. If you have a good actor, you can have a cheap movie, but the movie that can become interesting if the actor is good. What we focus now more is to create good coaches. That's the best thing because, years ago maybe there was more difference between systems. Yeah, now all the system catching up. Okay, some people introduce weightlifting, some people introduce gymnastics, some people introduce kid movement, mobility, and cool down exercise, so yoga. All the systems now mostly have inside those elements, such as good. But still, we have a lot of systems that don't focus on coaching. I just come from Expo that I was visiting in Rimini in Italy last 2 weeks ago, and I was shocked because I saw two or three stands with good people performing and a running class and taking care of people, and also people doing the same kind of exercise with tools and destroying people. So what I think we always believe, Scott and then myself, when he asked me to take care of Europe, to create a good coach. So I try to be more strict in the certification, and we're gonna be more strict in the 2015 to reduce the amount of instructor maybe, but make sure that I can sleep safely in the night. So that's why I believe in some way our system is a little bit ahead or something else, because we're never gonna be that big like CrossFit, for instance, or other company. Maybe we're not gonna attract so many sponsors because we don't have the numbers, but I don't care. I like to be around, and then when I send one of my guys to represent me or represent my coach, do the same. Not too much talking and action. That's what I like. I see this here. I see this in Norway. Most of the European country, I see this. Okay, I don't have the same feeling when I go in some. Let's say Anglo-Saxon, but let's say more North America. Not that they don't take it seriously, but it's more how we appear sometimes. Don't make me wrong, not all of the people. But I feel more comfortable to work with the hard worker. So that's my background maybe. That's why I love to work with the special forces stuff. And you guys have the same kind of things. Not talking, when they do question for a specific reason, not just to wasting time. And they prove, and then they judge. They don't judge before proving something. A lot of other people, they judge before, no, I don't like it. I heard people that told me, we warm up with tough fit. And then they came to the workshop and suddenly they couldn't finish one protocol, and that shocked me. So Clubbing, it was hard to take it to the country, to Europe, because at the beginning there were no tools around. And when I came back from US, I needed to import something, but it was too expensive, so I needed to build it myself. I found a different friends that was working on iron, we made it, and to be able to go around doing workshop in Italy. And then the request was higher, but it was too difficult for me to build it and too expensive. And one tool was like 80 euros, so or if I give it at the same price, I have to charge too much. Then I found this company. They started to work with us seniors, and we started to. The process was hard at the beginning because to making good tools it takes a long process. And now we finally have a good tools, and they start to spread out. Spread out a lot in Italy, spread out a lot in UK, in Germany, and in Asia. I see here it's going to be spreading out, because if I see this, if they do the same job they did with the kettlebell, they conquer all the Europe with kettlebell. So starting from here, so I believe that if they want, they put the same effort, they're going to overcome Italy easy, and Europe no problem. So as long as they use the right tools, and I know the guys they are working with, they use the right tools, so it's fine. and I'm just I regret that I couldn't sign to stay longer. For the reason I was telling you before, because they were closing down. We knew that they were closing down the base, and the unit was going to, disappear. So the question was, let's stay and see what's going on after, and maybe just sitting on the desk and doing nothing, or just go for out and see what's going on. And decided to leave, like most of the other people, and we did a smart choice at the time. But still inside me, the fact that I started to engage different work and training in security field for high risk protection. So I went to US. I spent quite time in Israel to train myself, in England, in Russia, and I want to see different styling, different different kind of threat situation from terrorists, from potential criminality. And then I decided to do this kind of job, and I enjoy it for a long time. And it was very connected to the kind of reality, because it's like to be in the army. You work in a small team, you share everything, you help each other. So stay with me. And luckily, right now, I'm back, because through TACFIT I start to work with the special forces, and especially in my country, all the 4 special forces adopted the system for that kind of training. So I'm always there training with them, and we develop a few things, also going from hand-to-hand combat to physical training. So I think the old process, all the circle is closing down right now. Yeah, this one is fun, but it wasn't that fun at the time. We have a night lunch, a night jump. Sorry, it's a night jump, and one of the guy got sick, so he couldn't jump. So he handed his backpack to the other guys. And these guys, he didn't take care how to lock the backpack before the jump from the plane. So the things happened that when the plane flew through the jumping zone, one of the guys didn't want to jump. So one guy didn't jump. So we exit, and the people down there saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they didn't understand if they counted right or wrong, because at that time we didn't have communication. And one of the guys lost the backpack. So we 1, 2, 3, and we heard boom. We believed that we lost one of the guys. So when we went to check for the body, we found a can of tuna and food around, no body, and we started to question what is the body. And then when they contacted us by radio from the base and told us that the guy didn't jump, so we relaxed. So we had fun after, but at the beginning it was a little bit scary. I don't read books, story books, because I read more complex book, like from the immune system, the central nervous system. I look the infinity web, I believe it's called. It's called about the fascia problem that the kids, as the newborn, as soon as they come to life, because of the position inside of the mother. Okay, so it's very interesting, and they tell you a lot of our problem. They already start from the born. Other books that I wrote, it was for Bravo to Zero. It's one of my favorites from McNabb. It's all about the first war in the Gulf. I like kind of those novel books, even if it's based on this true story. This one. Well, if I can give you a promotion, that's my partner is Decimo Alcatraz just finished one book. It's called Acalamba. It's a talk about the different how the jihad is connected with the changing and cleaning money. So it's kind of a good book. It's written by my brother. So when I have time, I like to go to Thailand. Just slipper, flip-flop, and a motorbike, and go let someone train me. I like climbing. I like I like fishing. I like to go fishing. Relax me a lot. And mountain biking. Yeah, that's what I like to do a lot when I'm relaxed. Nobody's around. I'm spending time with my kids now. It's in the age that I can take it doing things with me, so I enjoy a lot of time with them.
Any questions? More? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.